I'm Lloyd Crook. I'm one of the lead technicians for Great Western Manufacturing. I've been with the company 40 years, and we're going to give a demonstration on how to inspect the screens on a Great Western QA 36. Also assisting me is going to be...
I'm Tim Minert. I've been with Great Western for 28 years as a lead technician and other.
Screen inspection on a QA 36 sifter. These are the tools that you'll need. We basically have 2 ratchet wrenches with 1 1/4 sockets, 2 torque wrenches with 1 1/4 sockets, and lockouts. One person can do the inspection, but it is a lot quicker and safer for 2 to do it. That's why we have 2 torque wrenches and 2 ratchet wrenches. It's very important to make sure that the sifters are locked out prior to opening up the doors, which we advise just to go off whatever company procedures you have as far as lockout, tagout. First step to inspecting the screens is to remove the outer draw rods. Tim is going to be working on the back side and I'm on the front side. It's best to do it simultaneously. If you're doing the middle one on here, Tim's usually doing the middle one on the back, and then you just do alternate. Not that you have to do this, that's just the way we do it. You ready? With the rods removed, then you turn the toggle switch, do the up position. On the pneumatic control switch, we've got it designated where red means stop, neutral, and basically green means go. If the wink eye is green, that means your sifter's ready to run. The next step is to remove the sieves. We've got Tim on the back who's going to lift up and set it out. You just got to be real cautious when you set it out that you don't puncture the screen below. You'll come around. With the sieves removed, now it's time to inspect the screens, the cleaner balls, and verify that the gaskets are all in decent condition. This is a one-piece gasket, so the strips can't get out into the product like the old sifters used to be able to do. Basically, you want to make sure, kind of feel on the screens, usually the wear points are right at the cross sticks or right at the edge where the glue line is. And you want to verify that the cleaner balls are within 3/8 of an inch so they can't get through the back wire, and cleans the screen as well. So basically it's just verifying that there's no rips, holes, or tears in the screen. We're kind of in a perfect condition here. Most generally when you open the sifter up, there is going to be product on the screen, which depending on the company, you can either use a brush or an airline, something to get the product off the screen so you can verify there's no tears in it. So then the way we do it is we'll inspect this, and then as we load it, we'll inspect the screens as we go. That way we can verify when we get to the top that all the screens are good, rather than inspecting them prior to loading it where one could get a puncture hole in it.
To inspect the screens, first of all, you want to run the sifter so it's completely, all the stuff is off the screens. And then you open it up and you want to wipe it down with a brush or air and check for your balls and cubes and make sure that they're greater than 3/8 of an inch so they don't go through the back wire. And then check your screen for holes and tears at the sticks, across sticks, and at the front and the back, and check it for holes. Put it back together.
Now that the screens have been inspected, it's time to put the sieves back in the sifter, which is rather simple. There's arrows and blocks that line up when you put them in, and I can show you that when we do it. And they are color coded, so the sieves had to go back in the correct position. The arrow has to line up somewhere in that block. As long as it's within the block, it's good. Here again, be careful not to puncture your screen as you set them down. And verify you haven't rolled any of the gasket. With the sieves all installed and lined up properly, you turn the toggle switch to the clamp position. The top dome will come down. And there is a neutral in the toggle switch, so you can stop it and verify that everything's in line. You good back there?
Yeah.
With it in the clamp position, then you put on the draw rods.
And when you're putting the sieves back in, you want to be sure the arrows are lined up. The colored arrows here indicate which sieve goes with which. And then there's black arrows here, and there's 2 black arrows in the back. And you want to kit them in the blocks and the arrows within the blocks to make sure it's lined up.
And torquing the draw rods at 20 foot-pounds for the first go around, then you'll torque it to 25. And then you'll settle at 30 foot-pounds when you're complete. And you want to do it kind of in a cross section. I'm going to be tightening this one. Tim is tightening that one. I'll go to that one. He goes to that one. It's kind of a neck spanner, kind of like a wheel hub. Ready? Torque to 20 foot-pounds. You just repeat the procedure at 25 foot-pounds and then at 30 foot-pounds. And once you reach the 30 foot-pounds, you're complete, which is about a minute to minute and a half to complete that procedure.